Hello there, welcome to this video. If you hear my voice a little bit different today, it's because I've been recovering from a cold that I caught last week. And that's when I thought, wait, this is some content for a video. Let's make some video about catching colds and my honest opinion and some advice on the experience. This is an entirely yapping video, so I don't know, if you like this, you can stay until the end. Well, the thing about catching a cold is that it's like a mandatory rest for you and your body. You may have some important things to do that get interrupted by this cold that you caught. Your entire routine gets broken down because of this unwanted cold. But maybe, and I'll make a video about this, maybe that was for a reason. Maybe God or life or the universe, whatever you believe in, wanted you to catch this cold so you could have some rest. Because in this society we live in this Western society, rest is overlooked. Let's not misunderstand rest as laziness, because they're not the same. Rest, unlike laziness, is also productive. So maybe this cold that you caught was meant to be a rest for you, a necessary rest that you maybe didn't have the time to take. Because in this ever-busy society that we live in, most times we forget to rest, to take a proper rest. To take a break, a true break, not like scrolling on your phone or watching overstimulating content online, but a true break that you feel well rested after you take it. And besides, what else can you do? You feel like shit, you feel sick. You must rest. Well, this depends on how strong that cold catches you and how strong the symptoms are. But either way, your body must rest. And I want to tell you with this video to embrace that rest. To see this cold as an opportunity to get better. Not only in the health sense, but in your day-to-day life. Rests are also important, and they are productive too. So take advantage of this rest, of this cold, and use it to truly rest, to do something you enjoy that most times you can't do, to spend time with your loved ones, to maybe watch a movie you wanted to watch from a long time ago, or maybe end that series you were so invested in. Things happen for a reason, and not for like, oh, I catch this cold because I exposed to cold, or a friend of mine was sick, so I also got sick. No, I mean that things happen for a reason, for a greater purpose that we'll see the results of it in the future. That's a mindset that I want you to keep when you catch, or if you already caught a cold. And the thing is, most people don't notice, but you need to have a good mindset when facing these kind of situations, and that mindset will get you better faster than if you just let you feel like shit and think negatively about that. You have to take some rest, but also you have to keep the correct mindset about it. Because yes, you can use this cold to have some rest, but also you want to get better about it, right? You want to get your routine back and feel like a healthy and productive human being again. Because it's not fun when this cold lasts more than it should. And to avoid it, I want to give you some tips about the mindset that you need to have, because the mind is what controls your body. And if the mind stays stable and healthy, your body will also stay stable and healthy. A thing that I have in my mind when I get sick is to not stay in bed. I may sound crazy and contradictory with what I said just some moments ago, but the thing is to not perceive yourself as someone that is sick and down bad. So wake up and take a shower, put your clothes on, and if the cold is too strong, go back to bed, but clothed, because in that way you feel like you have less of this sick guy identity, like the classic guy from stock images that is on pajamas, laying on his bed and having a tissue next to him. The idea of this is to break that identity and get out of bed. So you trick your mind to say, oh, I'm not sick, I'm just feeling more tired and less productive than every day. And another thing that adds to your well-being is eating. I know that I sound like your mom in this, but it's true. It's very, very true. I feel it before. And I can tell you from my experience that eating is the most important thing you have to do when you catch a cold. In these situations, your hunger drops. And that's completely normal because your body is busy fighting against this virus that you got and doesn't want to spend energy digesting, so it can reserve more energy to fight. But the thing is, you must eat. Doesn't matter if you're not hungry, even a small cookie at least will help you fight this cold, because it will give you the energy, and after you eat, I can guarantee you will literally feel revitalized after that. So no matter how you feel, please eat something. Whatever. You need those extra calories, man. I don't know anything else to say, but I hope the next time you catch a cold, or if you are sick right now, which is something I don't want you to go through, but if you catch a cold, I hope you follow some of these tips, which are pretty basic, I'm not gonna lie, but they work. I can assure you by my experience that they work. So, that's all for this video. Always remember to do the hardest thing first, and I'll see you next week.